This Red Zone Weather forecast is proudly sponsored by Peach Chevrolet. A few strong tornadoes will become possible on Monday out ahead of a cold front that is set to move through later in the day. The Storm Prediction Center has upped South Alabama and Northwest Florida into a somewhat rare moderate risk. This is a level 4 out of 5 risk, which we certainly don't see every day. This is only the 4th time since Red Zone Weather has existed that we've had a moderate risk across our region, meaning a few strong tornadoes will become possible, especially in the areas that you see here shaded in red. We note that much of central Alabama remains in the enhanced risk zone. Locally, this is our primary coverage area. You can see that nearly all places are included in this level 4 out of 5 risk. Monday has the potential to be quite a serious day across our region. You can see that on the scale here, we have almost maxed it out with strong tornadoes, widespread wind damage, both being possible with this event that is set to move through in the early morning hours into the late morning hours and perhaps even early afternoon hours of Monday. Again, a moderate risk is now in place. So we've got three severe weather events to talk about. Let's take them bit by bit. This is Monday, which will arguably be the most potent system for southwest Alabama. And this is kind of an overview of what you can expect. We're not expecting issues through 3 a.m. At least no issues are likely locally. However, a few strong tornadoes will become possible, especially late in the morning hours on your Monday. All modes of severe weather, damaging straight-line winds, large hail, and the potential for flash flooding will happen 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday before this line of storms kicks out. All right, let's take it bit by bit. This is the early morning hours of Monday, and the deal is all of this is going to move from the west to the east. We could have supercell thunderstorms firing up over West Alabama, and that's why we have this elevated tornado risk back to the west. Chatham, Thomasville, Citronelle, Wilmer, Leroy, all will start the event over in the western side of Alabama. All modes of severe weather will become possible and spread eastward through late morning. That is when we have the heightened tornado risk across southwest Alabama and northwest Florida, during which a few strong tornadoes could become possible across our region with these supercell thunderstorms area-wide, moving from the southwest to the northeast ahead of this main line of storms. All modes of severe weather will be possible with these, and then the squall line moves through, and that's when your damaging straight-line wind threat will be at its greatest point on Monday. This is in the PM hours of Monday, and again, that severe weather threat will end from west to east. All right, so let's look at it graphically. And again, the entire region remains under this level 4 out of 5 risk, a very significant severe weather day possible on Monday across our region. All right, so today, though, no issues. We're not expecting much, if any, rain today, perhaps a tiny shower after 9 p.m., and temperature is going to settle right around the 70-degree mark around 8 p.m. But again, tornado is going to become possible on Monday. We'll advance forward into the overnight hours. This says Sunday evening, but it should be Sunday overnight into Monday. And again, strong storms going to become possible across western Alabama, and that threat increases as the morning wears on. You see that by 6 p.m., we could have severe storms possible area-wide across southwest Alabama and northwest Florida, and rain coverage certainly increasing as the day progresses as well. Here's Monday, and again, the core of the risk is going to be basically from 6 a.m. to noon. But again, 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. is when severe weather could happen across our region. But the core is going to be right in through here, 9 a.m. to noon. Basically 6 a.m. to noon is the core risk, but this shows 9 a.m. to noon. And again, thunderstorms going to become possible across the region before severe weather kicks out late in the day. All right, so looking at the maps of what's happening out there right now, we've got this big area of low pressure and lots of severe weather in progress back to our west over eastern Texas and western Louisiana. By the way, under all that action you saw on the radar, we have a high risk. This is a level 5 out of 5 high risk, a very rare situation here in progress for the northern part of Louisiana and far eastern Texas near Lufkin, near Alexandria. Again, a high-risk day with the moderate risk, the level 4 risk, including Jackson and Shreveport as well. The threat shifts to the east, though, for Monday, and you can see, again, much of our area is included in this level 4 out of 5 risk. The timing on this is when the tornado potential will be greatest. 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. across our region. And so no matter where you're watching from, whether it be Chatham, Thomasville, Greenville, Crestview, Milton, also Gulf Shores, Navarre, Destin, Mobile, Bruton, Evergreen, Monroeville, doesn't matter where you are in this big red blob, your tornado potential is greatest from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. You may be wondering, what is causing all this? Well, we've got this area of low pressure back here over Dallas and this trailing cold front. Look at all this green. This is indicative of very warm, moist air streaming to the north from the Gulf of Mexico. All of this is going to shift to the east overnight, setting the stage for something that could look just like this on the radar in the morning. This is valid at 7 o'clock, and what this model doesn't show you is the fact that we could have a few strong supercell thunderstorms out ahead of this main line of storms. Again, this is 7 a.m. on Monday, and again, this is one idea on the table. This is off one model, so timing and placement could be off with what you see here. Here's 10 a.m., and again, the supercells would be out ahead of this main line of storms that is moving through. So there's 10 a.m. We move forward to, or this is actually 10 a.m. showing you the convective available potential energy. And you can see that right near that line of storms is where we have the highest CAPE values, with CAPE out ahead of the main line exceeding 1,000 joules per kilogram, in some cases over 2,000 joules per kilogram. And so certainly the atmosphere is going to be very unstable. Instability values are pretty high for this event. One thing that is sky high is winds about 5,000 feet off the ground. This is a look at the 850 millibar winds, and you can see that all of these areas in purple are in excess of 60 knots. And so it's not going to take much to get this down to the surface with these stronger storms. Just showing you this to let you know that parameters are high for severe weather on your Monday. So here's 1 p.m., the line of storms moving through south central Alabama and northwest Florida. If this happens to be correct, again, timing and placement could be off, and out ahead of the main thing is where we're watching for the enhanced tornado risk. And the whole thing shifts out of here later in the day on Monday. So a few things that you need to do now: charge your mobile phones and also your tablet devices so that you can watch us, so that you can watch other weather sources to let you know about what's going on during this time of severe weather that's possible tomorrow. Also, share this post, share our other posts that we posted throughout the day on the RedZone Weather Facebook page and on Twitter to let folks know that we have a significant tornado threat for your Monday. Also, whistles and air horns. You need those to let folks know. We don't want a tornado to happen, obviously, but we've got to be prepared. And one of the things that you can do to prepare is have a whistle or air horn to let folks know that you've been impacted if that happens. And so whistles and air horn, you need those closed-toed shoes on as well during this event. And also, you need to have pets accounted for. Those are all things that we can do right now to prepare for this potential event on Monday. Also, another thing we can do to prepare, this RedZone Weather app. It is available now in the App Store for iOS and over on Google Play. It's totally free. Download it now, and please allow those push notifications as well. Okay, take a breath, because severe weather risk on Tuesday. It's a low-end risk across South Alabama, and we could have a few thunderstorms on Tuesday. I don't think this is going to be a big deal, especially compared to Monday, but you should know a few storms possible on Tuesday. Wednesday, we can have significant severe weather across portions of central and east Alabama. The Storm Prediction Center already including much of Alabama in their level 2 risk, which is the 15% probability zone of severe weather within 25 miles of a given point. And so significant severe weather possible on Wednesday. We'll take you through a few of the parameters. This is 4 a.m. This should say 4 a.m. And if this happens to be right, we would have thunderstorms firing up across our region. By 7 a.m. on Wednesday, you can see that we would have strong storms perhaps in progress across portions of central Alabama that could be supercellular in nature and perhaps produce a few tornadoes. I know that this is not what you want to hear, especially potentially 2 days after a significant severe weather event, being Monday that is, but again, strong storms possible across the northern fringes of our region and eastern fringes of our region and central Alabama on Wednesday. The 850 millibar winds or 5,000 feet winds off the ground going to be excessive, in excess of 60 knots. And so again, parameters very high for some severe weather on Wednesday across portions of central Alabama. Again, please, please, please download the app for the very latest. It is a great tool for up-to-the-minute updates off our Twitter page and much, much more. Again, level 4 out of 5 risk in place for much of South Alabama and Northwest Florida. Certainly something you don't see every day. Now is the time to prepare. And again, if we have tornado warnings, you know this, we will be live on Facebook for any of our 12 county coverage area if we have tornado warnings during this event. No matter the time of day, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., whatever, anytime in between, we will be there for you across our region. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and our YouTube channel. That's where you can check out RedZone Weather to keep updated with up-to-the-minute reports about this severe weather potential on Monday. I'm Spinks Megginson, and this has been your severe weather update for the evening of Sunday, April 2nd, 2017, sponsored by Peach Chevrolet.